All right, it's apple time again, and today we are going to make a baked apple with a cream cheese filling. Kind of a first for me. Check it out. So, of course, we need some apples. I got 4 we're going to core out, and the other one I'm going to kind of slice open. I got a melon baller, and I'm hoping this is kind of easy. Like I said, I've never done it before, so I'm thinking core it out. It should be kind of something like the pumpkins we're going to carve later on this month. But it doesn't seem to be that difficult. I just don't want to mess up the opening. I want to get the seeds out, but there's also more apple. My daughter decided she was going to make applesauce, so whatever pieces aren't full of seeds and skin, we'll put them aside for later on this week. And there are our 4 apples, all nice and cored out. That should be fine. I left enough on the inside. I didn't go right down to the bottom. I don't want to make a hole. So for this apple here, we're going to slice it. I'm going to kind of scoop out the middle. Kind of like what I would do with a stuffed pepper. I found cooking them on their side was a lot easier to stuff and a lot easier to bake. So my thought process is it should work the same way with the apple, I think. We'll just get all that seed and core out and a little bit of the apple. And just like that, we've got a bunch of apples to stuff and bake in the oven. Of course, we need a bowl for this part. So this is going to be 8 ounces of cream cheese. I had about 2 ounces from an open pack. I kind of guessed at the other 6 ounces, but I think I got it good enough for what we need. I don't think it has to be exact. And this here is 1/4 cup of sugar. And this is supposed to be 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Oops. Hey, who doesn't like cinnamon, right? And that is 1 teaspoon of vanilla. I actually put in 2. And now we take our beaters out and try and mix it all together. I'm not expecting perfect mix. I just want it combined as best I can. I've got it on low to make sure it doesn't spray all over the kitchen. And it doesn't really take that long for the cream cheese and other ingredients to mix. As long as you get your cream cheese at room temperature, that helps a lot. So it's mostly mixed. It's good enough. We'll rinse off our beaters. And let's stuff the apples. Well, what I tend to do is, since I have 6 apples I want to fill, I'll do a little bit at a time for each one. That way it's as even as possible. Because years ago I used to make the stuffing, and then what happens? You end up, you got 2 left and you ran out of stuffing. So this is going to come in a little shy, especially because of the extra one I made. This is a recipe for 4 and I'm making 6. But that's okay. I'm pretty sure it's still going to work out, and the fact that we're baking it and we've got a topping to go on it, that just kind of gives me a little shelf to put the topping on. So we'll scrape the bowl right down to the bottom and put everything we've got in. That looks about right, so let's get it in the oven. Now while that's cooking up, into a pot is very carefully. This is the good stuff too, by the way. That's 1 cup of syrup. I suppose you could use the regular stuff. suppose. I didn't try it. I tried the real thing because I had it on hand. And along with that is a cup of cream. That's pretty simple, the mixture. And of course we're going to stir. We're going to stir it constantly and bring it up to a slow boil. So while we're combining the syrup and the whipping cream, see it kind of turned a light brown. That's about all it's going to do. It's going to get a little foamy too, and I guess that's the way it's supposed to go. I was kind of thinking of throwing in some butter to make it even better. Butter. I didn't, and maybe that's next time. Like I said, you've got to stir it constantly. You don't want that whipping cream to curdle, and you don't want to bring it up super quick. It doesn't really take that long anyway. Although I guess if you started at room temperature, it'd be a little quicker. Mine came right out of the fridge, now that I think of it. You can see here it's just starting to boil now. And as soon as we get it to a boil, off the element it comes. And here's our apples out of the oven. Oh, don't they look good? I think so. And it smells very appley. So here we are on a plate. And of course, our syrup and cream mixture. Look at that. That worked out really well, I think. It looks pretty yummy too. Nothing left to do now but dig in. Another great apple recipe, easy to do, and I can't wait to dig in. That was fun. I enjoyed that, and I hope you did too. Listen, if you want, leave me a comment below, and if you feel like sharing this and any of my other videos, feel free to do so. If you haven't gotten around to it, hit the subscribe button and the bell, because that'll tell you the next time I upload a video. And as always, thanks for stopping by and watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.